Even while the movie was still being shot, the editor was busy cutting the film together. And when that part was ready, voice actors added their voices to the characters.
Oh, can she come play with us? Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short.
I just love Pooh's voice. It's so gentle and friendly. Then, a team of animators worked on each character, giving them their own special animation to match their unique personalities. There goes Tigger. Look at Pooh's fur. I bet you can't tell the difference. On the left is a photo of a real-life stuffed bear, and on the right is a fully digital bear. They look exactly the same to me. Just look at the detail. You can even see Pooh's fur blowing in the breeze.
Well, I am a bear of very little brain.
And here, in the falling rain, even completely submerged underwater, it looks so lifelike. And then, of course, we can't overlook this sticky situation. That is digital honey on the fur, on the floor, everywhere.
Are you sure you wouldn't like some Christopher Robin?
What a mess.
Silly old bear.
And with a few final touches and a lot of CGI magic, Pooh and his friends have come to life. This kind of special attention to detail was put into every frame, so Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore, and all his friends fit perfectly into the magical live-action world of Disney's Christopher Robin. Hi, I'm Bronte Carmichael, and I play Madeline, Christopher's daughter, in Disney's Christopher Robin. I've always loved Winnie the Pooh and all his friends.
And I am Tigger. T-I-double-G-R.
So I was really excited when I was asked to be in the live-action movie.
Action!
In this new adventure, Winnie the Pooh and his friends have been brought to life as we've never seen them before.
Does this make me look husky?
They are now walking and talking stuffed animals.
Hello?
You're talking.
Me? No, I'm not talking. No, well, I am now, I suppose.
But how did they do it?
Oh, no!
Well, it's quite a fascinating and magical process. First, the director, met with some really creative people and, well, they talked. At the same time, the art department worked really hard to create the shape and the feel of those real-life stuffed animals. On set, each of these little stuffies, as we called them, came with their own puppeteer who made them move and talk, making it fun and natural to act in scenes with them. Sometimes I'd forget I was talking to a stuffed Pooh.
Did the red balloon make you happy?
That was from you.
No, it was from Christopher Robin.
When we were actually holding one of the stuffies in the scene, the visual effects team gave us these special grey stuffies.
There goes the tail.
And for walking shots, they used this. It looks quite silly here, but in the movie, it looks so real.
They're such different personalities that are all very sweet and fully formed.
The way they've made Piglet, I'd quite like to take him home because you could just fit him in a bag. His face is just really sweet.
I quite like Tigger because he's quite jumpy and energetic.
I'm gonna miss you, I am.
I've enjoyed working with them all on this, but I think Pooh's my favourite. Yeah, I've got very used to speaking to him.
Silly old bear.
It doesn't matter how old you are. There's something incredibly engaging, warm and inviting and magical about these characters.
I recognize you. You're the bear in my father's drawings.
Winnie the Pooh, are we going to be friends?
Pooh's voice is like a breeze whispering through the cattails. It's a sound of leaves skittering across a sidewalk.
It's just instantly recognizable.
Who's that?
That was created more recently by Jim Cummings.
It's been so long since we've been doing it, since '87 myself, so it's almost half my life.
I won't ever forget about you, Pooh. Not even when I'm 100.
I'm just honored.
He knows Pooh better than anyone, and he delivers it. You just hear his voice, and he's Pooh.
She can't be Pooh. I'm Pooh.
There's a nostalgia that just hits you right away, and a warmth.
People have asked me, what is it about that voice? Well, it's not mine, to be fair. I borrowed it from the late, great Sterling Holloway. When Walt Disney was gearing up to do Winnie the Pooh, it's my understanding that he really just thought of Sterling Holloway because he was very familiar with him. The stork in Dumbo.
Oh, at last.
Kaa in Jungle Book.
So nice to see you again.
Interestingly enough, that was just his speaking voice.
I just really love doing Winnie the Pooh. It is exciting.
It's right between my falsetto and my upper register of my regular voice. And then you just sort of filter in a little bit of sand and then some whimsy. Oh, there you have it. And once you incorporate that into the beautiful simplicity and, gosh, serenity that is Winnie the Pooh, I think it grabs people.
But did you ever wonder how Winnie the Pooh and Walt Disney became friends? One night, when Walt's daughter Diane was a little girl, her mother was reading her a bedtime story. Walt heard his daughter laughing, so he came into her room to see what they were reading. Diane excitedly showed her father the book, Winnie the Pooh. Walt loved good stories with beautiful illustrations. He was so charmed by the little bear and his friends that he couldn't help but imagine them leaping from the pages of a book right into an animated film. He reached out to the author A.A. Milne in the year 1938, who, as it so happened, was a big fan of Disney movies. But Walt was so busy with other movies like Pinocchio and Fantasia, he had to wait to bring his dream of Winnie the Pooh to life. For 20 years, the joy Winnie the Pooh gave his daughter stayed in Walt's mind. Then came the day when Walt returned to the 100-acre wood and started the production of Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree.
Pooh Bear, there's only one thing we can do. Wait for you to get thin again.
Oh, bother.
In 1966, Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree was ready for the world to see.
I shall fly like a bee up to the honey tree.
Most of us have really fond memories of Winnie the Pooh. We all grew up with the stories our parents read us or the cartoons we've seen.
I remember the books. I remember being very fond of them. I had a bear like Winnie the Pooh.
My auntie had one of the books. I remember reading it and hoping that my own dolls and teddies would come alive.
People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
We were always after the idea of really reintroducing just a teddy bear, just a classic vintage teddy bear, because that's his origin. That's where he came from. These were just real objects that populated a kid's bedroom and gave rise to these really wonderful stories.
People have grown up with these characters, so everyone can relate. They're just cute and simple and sweet.
I went back to A.A. Milne's stories and Shepard's drawings. I also then went back to the early drawings from Disney. What was very important to me is to capture the soul and the nostalgia of those beloved characters.
Hey there, here's today's daily fact. The snow in The Wizard of Oz is asbestos. In that famous poppy field scene in The Wizard of Oz, the snow coming down is calming to Dorothy and her posse, but they should have probably been far less relaxed, as these were actually asbestos-based fake snowflakes, a popular Christmas decoration throughout the United States and Europe at the time. Now click here below to subscribe for more great content.